Zoom in on the cliff face from 30,000 feet.
Unfortunately, for some people, improv comedy, it's like, hey, it's improv comedy. So I think it's sometimes people think that it's going to be goofy and that it's all about these little tricks on stage, these games, these short form stuff. That sort of idea of improv being sort of this goofy form it really never was true, but for some reason it keeps sticking in some people's minds.
Dad had called me on his drive back from Vancouver. He had done an improv fest with Whiskey Tango, and he had the brilliant idea that Portland should have this, and he says he immediately thought of me. He called me, his phone was on his lap, I was on speakerphone, and the windows were open, and he was just full of energy. And you know, the first rule of improv is say yes, so immediately said yes to Jed.
Driving back, it was by myself, and I just thought, oh, you know, Portland needs to do an improv festival. I mean, it was literally just one of those moments, and then everything kind of just mapped out in my head. It was just like one of those, it was really funny, because it was like, oh, yeah, that could totally work, because there was like LA and San Francisco and Vancouver, and I was like, I don't know why we don't have it.
We deserve it. The city keeps changing in so many ways. Every time you drive down Division, there's another condo and another kind of strip mall-y thing, more chain restaurants and things like that. And it's more and more people in this concentrated area. But with that, we also have more and more wonderful creative people that are finding each other and creating a lot of fun.
When improv really works, it's when the performers surprise themselves on stage and the audience gets surprised and everybody's surprised at the same time. And that to me is, there's sort of that brilliance of wit. And it's the same idea when you're hanging out at a party or you're driving with your friends and everybody starts riffing and it's like the funniest thing in the world and nobody knows where it's going, but it just keeps working and clicking.
It's playful and it forces you to be in the moment. You can't plan ahead, you can't figure out what the scene is going to be about, but you have to like take a step off of a cliff into this empty space with a scene partner and absolutely trust them that they are going to yes and you and play with you. It's exciting. I mean, improv in a lot of ways changed my life by teaching me how to be present. So, and I get to be funny. I like doing that too.